Hello, everyone. I was doing some research about things that world performers and mostly professional athletes do prior to big competitions, things that they know that they have to have in order to be prepared to compete at a high level and in order to be able to respond consistently at a high level. And the first one is maximize your quality. Maximize your quality, meaning you want to find a skill that one skill that you are really good at, one skill that you have that is a one thing that you know you're very good at. For example, let's say that you're playing football. You're probably not very good at throwing the ball. You're probably not very good at defending, but you know you're pretty fast and you can change directions pretty good. So you probably can be a good receiver. You're probably not good at the rest of the stuff, but that one thing that you do well, you want to maximize it. You want to build, you want to try to train and build it, make it even bigger and improve it. Sometimes we are too focused on trying to improve different things at once. I want to be faster. I want to be bigger. I want to have faster response to situations. And I want to be able to be a good defender. I'm talking about a football player, let's say. It's difficult to work on all, it's difficult to to excel at all those four. So you want to pick the one that you say, you know what? I'm pretty good at running. I'm pretty fast and I can change directions pretty good. So you can probably be something like the wide receiver, and that's the one thing that you want to explore. Find that quality that you have and maximize it. The second one is you want to become the kind of person that is improving and handling bigger amounts of distress in your life. Meaning you are growing, you are becoming better at handling more stress, more pressure, situations that are more difficult in your life. As you become a better performer, whether you are an athlete, whether you are in school or at work or anywhere else, you're going to become better when you start facing more difficult situations. So facing more difficult situations is going to require you to have a better emotional response to more stress, to things that are more difficult and things that are probably going to last longer, difficult situations that you're going to have to handle. So one thing that you want to be able to grow is your resilience and your tenacity when the situations get difficult. It's like the person that is working at the gym, and in the beginning he say, okay, you know what, um let's try 10 push-ups, and you do 10 push-ups and that's it, that's all you can do. You don't want to try, you see other person that can make 20 or 30 push-ups and you try to go for that. That's way beyond your range. You're not there yet. You can work in thinking, if I can do 10 but I cannot do 20, I'm going to start focusing more on being able to do consistently 11 or 12. So you go in small amounts, and that is doable. You have a better chance, a bigger chance of doing that, instead of trying to raise the bar on you a little too much and being disappointed. And many times that happens simply because we saw someone else that had the capacity to respond at a higher level than us, but we don't know if that person has probably been training for much longer, and we are expecting to respond in a way that is not realistic. So increase the level of distress that you can handle, but in order to do that, you have to increase it in small percentages. The third tip, and I think this is the most important, and this is something that you really want to pay attention, because it's kind of difficult to deal with, especially when it happens in when you really face it. It doesn't matter how well prepared you are. It doesn't matter if you are a world class athlete or a, a high performer in any field. And this is that life has every skill, and we have to meet that with a defiant approach. Life has every skill. I mean this. It doesn't matter how much you prepare. It doesn't matter how hard you worked for something. There is a chance that you're going to fail. And this is the number one rule that I always tell my kids, the kids that I train. It doesn't matter how hard you train. There is a chance that things are not going to turn out the way you want. You might fail, and we have to be able to be okay with that. And when you're performing and doing that task that is important to you, it can look like everything is going to go well, and then all of a sudden, the last moment, something can happen and it all goes wrong. And that's the skill of life. Life has a skill that no matter how things look, everything can be seen, everything can seem like it's going perfect. And at the last moment, it can mess it up entirely. Everything can go really, really wrong. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, life opens a little window of opportunity for you, and things turn out your way for good. So life has the power in a split second to to bring tragedy to something that look like everything is going well and this is a done deal. And at the same time, life has the power to bring hope and open an opportunity or turn things your way when it seemed like there was no chance for you at all to achieve your goal. We have seen the story of people that had opportunities or had situations where we never thought that they were going to succeed, and then all of a sudden turns thing around with just one play. And we've seen that plenty of times in football and other sports. Now, that is the part where I say life has every skill, meaning like life has every skill to do good or to do bad. And we have to face that with a defiant approach. That part means knowing knowing that life is the most powerful opponent that we can have. If I'm gonna face that opponent being hesitant and self-doubtful and thinking that, okay, I'm gonna go out there and hopefully let's see if I have a chance against this guy that has every skill, you simply have no chance. You might still get lucky and make it, but the truth is that the highest percentage that you have of achieving what you want is doing the opposite, is going out there and saying, you as my opponent, you know that you have every skill to beat me, but I still have the will, and I have the desire, and I have the heart, and I put a lot of hard work on this, and I'm gonna leave my heart on the table. I'm gonna go all out against you, and I'm gonna go looking for this thing that I want. I'm not gonna ask you for it. I'm not gonna see if you have the desire, or if you're gonna be nice to me today and give it to me. Whether I'm gonna be able to do it or not, I don't know that. But the one thing that I know, and I know that the one thing that I can do is that I can put my heart and soul in it, and I'm gonna go for it. That is the only thing that I can control. Everything that I'm gonna put out there, that is in my hands, and you cannot do anything to prevent me from having that approach now that I'm going for it. Life as an opponent is this guy is the opponent is a guy that has all the skills, each and every one of them. That's why your approach, when you once you jump on there and you're going to face life, if you don't have at least the will and the desire to say, I'm coming after you with everything I got, then you really minimize your chances. Some people achieve things by luck, and it can happen once, or if you're very lucky, twice. But the truth is that even if it happens to you and you don't have the right mindset, you're very probably not gonna be able. You're not that person that is mentally ready to keep it, to get it or achieve it, then keep it. If we don't have the mindset of someone that knows what to do if we win, how to keep it, how to stay up there, it's usually gonna we can win, but it's gonna be in a matter of no time, is gonna be gone. You have to maximize your skill. Find that skill that you're really good at. The second one is learn to handle more stress. Push your limits little by little. Don't try to go for big jumps. And the third one is, the opponent that you're facing has every single skill. If I'm gonna face a guy that is really good, then I have to go and put on the table everything I got on me, heart and soul, in order to achieve it. And that is not only giving me the chance to achieve it, but that's what is going to be shaping your mentality in the long term, as a person that can consistently perform like that and keep it. Give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, guys.